Okay, today I have another book for you, but this is kind of a funny one. Look at how it's turned on the side. It's called Tops and Bottoms. It is by Janet Stevens, and it is published by Harcourt and read with their permission. This was a Caldecott Honor book. So let's see what happens in this. Another fun folk tale for you out of 398.2 in our library. And this is how I read it. It has to be read like this. Ooh, vegetables. Tops and bottoms. Once upon a time, there lived a very lazy bear who had lots of money and lots of land. His father had been a hard worker and a smart business bear, and he had given all of his wealth to his son. But all Bear wanted to do was sleep. Not far down the road lived a hare. Now, some of you might remember a hare is another kind of rabbit. It's not like this kind of hare. It's H-A-R-E, hare. Although Hare was clever, he sometimes got into trouble. He had once owned land too, but now he had nothing. He had lost a risky bet with a tortoise. Anybody know a story about the hare and the tortoise? And had sold all of his land to Bear to pay off the debt. Hare and his family were in very bad shape. "The children are so hungry, Father Hare. We must think of something," Mrs. Hare cried out one day. So Hare and Mrs. Hare put their heads together and cooked up a plan. The next day, Hare hopped down the road to Bear's house. Bear, of course, was asleep. "Hello, Bear. Wake up. It's your neighbor, Hare, and I have an idea." Bear opened one eye and grunted. "We can be business partners," Hare said. "All we need is this field right here in front of your house. I'll do the hard work and the planning and the harvesting, and we can split the profits right down the middle." "Yes, sir, Bear. We're in this together. I'll work and you sleep." "Huh?" said Bear. "So what'll it be, Bear?" asked Hare. "The top half or the bottom half? It's up to you, tops or bottoms." Let's see," Bear said with a yawn. "I'll take the top half, Hare. Right, tops." Hare smiled. "It's a done deal, Bear." So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. Hare watered, and Mrs. Hare watered. Hare planted, Mrs. Hare watered, and everyone weeded. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear. You get the tops, and I get the bottoms." Hare and his family dug up the carrots and the radishes and the beets. Hare plucked off all the tops, tossed them into a pile for Bear, and put the bottoms aside for himself. Interesting how all of these vegetables grow underground. Bear stared at his pile. "But Hare, all the best parts are in your half." "You chose the tops, Bear," Hare said. "Now, Hare, you've tricked me. You plant this field again, and this time I want the bottoms." Hare agreed. "It's a done deal, Bear." So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted and watered and weeded. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for harvest, Hare called out, Wake up, Bear. You get the bottoms and I get the tops. Hare and his family gathered up the lettuce, the broccoli, and the celery. Hare pulled off the bottoms for Bear and put the tops in his own pile. Bear's got all the roots. Bear looked at his pile and scowled. "Hare, you have cheated me again." "But Bear," Hare said, "you wanted the bottoms this time." Bear growled. "You plant this field again, Hare. You've tricked me twice, and you owe me 1 season of both tops and bottoms." "You're right, poor old Bear," sighed Hare. "It's only fair you get both tops and bottoms this time. It's a done deal, Bear." So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted and watered and weeded some more. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear. This time you get the tops and the bottoms." There in front of Bear's house lay a high field of corn. Hare and his family yanked up every corn stalk. Hare tugged off the roots from the bottom and the tassels at the top and put them all in a pile for Bear. Then he carefully collected the ears of corn in the middle and placed them in his own pile. Bear rubbed his eyes and watched. "See, Bear? You got the tops and the bottoms. I get the middles." "Yes, sir, Bear. It's a done deal." By now, Bear was wide awake. "That's it, Hare," he hollered. "From now on, I'll plant my own crops and take the tops, the bottoms, and the middles." Hare and his family scooped up the corn, hopped down the road toward home. Bear never again slept through a season of planting and harvesting. Hare bought back his land with profit from the crops, and he and Mrs. Hare opened a vegetable stand. And although Hare and Bear learned to live happily as neighbors, they never became business partners again. I think Bear learned his lesson about maybe doing a little bit of work and not expecting something for nothing. Now I want to go back and talk about these vegetables again. So first, Bear said he wanted the tops. So these are the kinds of crops that the hare grew. He grew things where the part that you eat is the part underground, the bottoms. So he grew things like carrots. Did you know this is how carrots grew? And then he gave the bear these tops. Then Bear said, "Well, wait a minute, I want the bottoms." So Hare grew crops like this, like lettuces and broccolis, where the part that you eat grows up top. And the only thing in the bottom are the roots. And then Bear said, "Well, fine. This time I want the tops and the bottoms." So he grew corn. And I don't know if you've ever seen corn grow, but this is what it looks like. It's got roots down here, and then there's a long stalk, and then the tops are these little wispy things. And inside here, like I've drawn here, there's an ear of corn. So that's in the middle. So I wanted to go over that just in case you've not been on a farm and seen how different vegetables grow. Maybe Hare wouldn't have gotten such a good deal if Bear was being a little more specific about what they were going to grow. I hope you enjoyed Tops and Bottoms in a book that turns on its side. And remember, that book can be found in 398.2 in our fairy tale and folk tale section. Hope you enjoyed it.